Alright, hello viewers. This is deck number 8. And I'm going to do things a little bit differently today. Just a little bit different kind of deck opening. I really don't like opening the plastic on them if I can help it. So if I don't need to, I'm going to, just experiment here a little bit with this one. So we'll do normal and see what houses we get, and then see what we can make happen. So you have Untamed, Shadows, and Saurian. Not my favorite. Corner Leader of Regitopia. Alright, well, a little wonky, but I'll do it this way. You can see my gross fingernails from work here. So we Saurian, we'll start with Crassosaurus. So that's a creature that will basically steal everyone's amber if it's 10 or more. City State Interest, so nice capture card there. Sensor Philo, I need to remember what Sensor Philo does. Cannot be dealt damage by creatures with amber on them, is what he does. So we got a couple of those, 3 of them. Decadence, this is a Exalt ready to use, or you can move an amber. Magistrate Vita, excuse me. Magistrate Vita says you may exalt a friendly non-certain creature if you do reap with it. So that's on play reap, that's kind of nice way to house cheat. Medicus Lacus, this is a if tide is high, you may spend amber on friendly creatures if we're in your pool, so it's like a tide-based it's a tide-based Brackus kind of deal. Spoils the battle. Good capture card. You have 2 of those and a big fish with Dignothus. So this Saurian house is pretty heavy capture, move amber around, and then the Medicus Lacus might allow us to spend amber on creatures from the pool. So that's pretty awesome actually. Right, so we're gonna move on to Shadows. Alright, so Shadows. We've got Captain No-Beard. What does Captain No-Beard do? It's hard without a pop-up here. Each of his neighbors gain taunt, and he has recapture 1. Smiling Ruth is a reprint. Borrow is a reprint. Old Bruno is a reprint. Flying Inspector. Steals 1 if they raise the tide, you destroy it. Hornswoggle. This is a neat card in that you can use an enemy artifact for yours, but no destroy. Jackie Tar is a nice reap with tide effect of blowing something up. Loot or Pillage. Steal 1 or a friendly creature captures 3. That's pretty nice. And Scooped is deal 2 damage to creature if it's not destroyed, captures 1 from its own side. Sea Urchin is a steal for tide, and then shoulder rids are taunts. Not really blowing my hair back, to be honest with you. So, the reap capture 1 on Captain No-Beard and Old Bruno kind of work with the Medicus Lacus. In Saurian, we kind of need to, stay on the board. But anyway, so let's see what we have in Untamed. No, can't do that. I want to steal the code. So Pestergrow, this card is annoying. All creatures enter play raged. Primal Relic is a power counter card that will give you amber potentially stored. Beach Day is a return to hand, raised tide card, I believe. Ritual of Balance, we're familiar with that one. It's a reprint. Flume is a reprint. Mookling is key cost increase for power. So 2 of those. Those are nice cards. My Lobby does what? My Lobby is a creature that enrages stuff. Reaper Soul. You can get power counters or Radiant Reap. The Fittest is power counters. The Pixie is Reap for an additional Amber, and then Youngest Bear, again, it wouldn't be Untamed without the Youngest Bear. Not much to say about it, really. I mean, it's got some decent Amber control in it in Saurian. And I suppose to some extent in Shadows. The Medicus Lycus would be huge. So it really needs to be protected by something. But, yeah. So yeah, again, no, as you can see, there are no enhancement icons here. So I didn't have to open this one if I'm just going to be playing it on TCO. So for now, that's what we're going to do, and we'll catch you for the game. So stay tuned. All right, guys, welcome to the game. And I'd like to, before we get started, go over, a little bit more about the deck. I had some, obviously some different editing going on for the actual opening, and I realized there's a little bit more to this deck than I think I was giving it credit for. I was focusing a lot on Captured Amber and using Medicus Lycus to forge with it, and I think that's still a good idea, but I think that's something you have to be very careful of. Medicus Lycus, it says when the tide is high, you may spend Amber on friendly creatures if they're in your pool. Okay, well, you cannot raise the tide during your Forge a Key step or even before that. So you would have to have raised the tide on your turn, have your opponent take a turn, and then you can use this ability. It means that if your opponent board wipes you, for instance, you're going to be left in a situation where they have all of your Captured Amber, you have no board, and you have 3 chains, and you have 2 chains at that point, possibly even 3. So yeah, there are no cards in this deck that can raise the tide for you. So any tide-based effect, sea urchin looking at you, Jackie Tar, and really that's kind of it. And then Lakis specifically, you just have to be very careful about raising the tide against another Dark Tidings deck. If they have a good way to pull that tide back with no consequence, if they're playing Star Alliance or whatever and have really good board wipes in their deck, this becomes a very risky thing to do. I also like, Undugnathus, and the Primal Relic is really cool. Even Shoulder Ids, stick on the board, that's 12 power right there. The Primal Relic just requires you to have a total power of 20. It doesn't matter if their power counters or not. So anyway, I just thought it was worth going over some of that. I think there's more to this deck than meets the eye. It's got Amber control in all 3 houses, in the form of Mooklings, Sea Urchin, Old Bruno, City State Interest, Spoils of Battle. So there's quite a bit of Amber control in here for Dark Tidings, but there's almost no F at all. So if you need to take chains, you're gonna have a hard time getting out of that. You better be closing in on the end of the game if that's the case. I also kind of like Censor Philo here and Decadence. Being able to kind of capture Amber, move it to their guys, and have Censor Philo wipe them out is kind of cool. So anyway, let's get in there. Okay, our opponent's playing Coda. We've got to burn the stockpile, loot the bodies. So some good fight. Orbital bombardment, some good removal. Triple mother gun, triple John Smith. Goes to hand, nerve blast, treasure map. Okay. I'm gonna say GLHF. Hope DT does okay. Yuck. We're a 3/2/2 and a lot of the Amber control that we don't want to burn up right away, so we're gonna mulligan that. Okay. That's fine. I like this. We'll go ahead and play Untamed. Got a good Untamed turn next, which makes me happy. They choose to Orbital Bombardment and play a John Smith. That is an issue. They're going to get some great Mars efficiency here on us. We're going to go ahead and play Untamed to get some cards out of our hand and try to draw into some form of removal for John Smith here. It's not happening right now. Draw the Pester Grove. And that is really good for them. They choose to play Shadows. They wipe out the Bear, they play an Umbra. Opponent's setup really nice right now. We got to get into some other cards here. And unfortunately, I don't even really know what those are. I think we go into Saurian, and we're going to have to just burn some cards here. We're going to capture one here, and we'll do that one. We'll do here. Yeah, that's fine. Don't love it. Got a whole lot of nothing in my hand, too. If they burst up, we can Ritual of Balance, maybe? Is Pester Grove worth playing here? Double John Smith is just all kinds of not good for us right now. That is not good. Yeah, I guess the other downside of this deck is it's got no board wipe here. Yeah, so we'll play the they just use their Mars board the rest of the game. They don't even play anything else, in my opinion. So I'm discarding Pester Grove because that's not good. They would activate Primal Relic first. Yeah. There's literally like nothing I can draw to deal with this. So
Not a great showing for this deck, but so we're just gonna concede. I think that's the smart thing to do here. So the reason I'm doing this is because, you know, if you look at the cards left in the deck, there is, other than capturing, like, there's no way to deal with all these creatures. Fighting through a Dominator into elusive John Smiths is just not really an option. So, you know, you can hate me for it, but it's not doable here. So I guess, you know, some of the weaknesses of the deck are very little in the way of creature control. No board wipes, no nothing. You gotta hope you're going up against someone that's slow with low power. They haven't even played Brobnar yet. I assume their hand is like full of Brobnar cards right now. So, quick one, guys. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the opening a little bit more than previous openings, and we'll catch you later.